If that nigga on wall, bitch, we ready. It ain't hard to find us. Hawk, I keep that stick locked, loaded, boy, he'll fade you line up. Young nigga name is Slayer. What you think, boy, you be done to try. South Coast shit, we bout it. UPK, shoot solid. Little bitch think I'm crazy, think I'm playing like bitch, I ain't the one. Walk fight every day, so who is you, bitch? I don't need your love. Killers right mind the way. What you think? I love this brotherhood. Hood. More than you, bitch. Sharp on shit, I'm bout it. UPK, shoot solid. Fuck nigga don't want war. It ain't enough clips in your army. All the bitches wanna take my piece. All the hoes wanna take my piece. All the niggas wanna take my piece. No, I can't let a dog take it from me. I can't let a dog take it from me. You a hoe, study and you dummy. And these bitches really out this bitch walk around like they don't know nothing. And a lame nigga fall for them and get set up for the coins and get gunned down, man down. Should've took the time, get a damn nose. But I see the sorrow and I show her. She could never get a piece home. You a dirt ass, rust ass neck bitch with a fake ass jury. In Tennessee while I'm touring. It's a Tennessee, but she luring. And a sucker duck bitch ass boy, fuck nigga over that bit muggin'. I say, if that nigga on wall, bitch, we ready. It ain't hard to find us. Hawk, I keep that stick locked, loaded, boy, he'll fade you line up. Young nigga name is Slayer. What you think, boy, you be done to try. South Coast shit, we bout it. UPK, shoot solid. Little bitch think I'm crazy, think I'm playing like bitch, I ain't the one. Walk fight every day, so who is you, bitch? I don't need your love. Killers right mind the way. What you think? I love this brotherhood. Hood. More than you, bitch. You a lame nigga down to me. Eat candy, but I'm sucker free. You a little nigga, ain't none of me. Base up, boy, I fit a beat. Yeah, AR-223. Draco with a magazine. Yeah, the clip run like limousine. I shoot your ass in the spleen. Boy, I bust your ass in the temple. We debating by the temple. Tell the truth, boy, you's a victim. And you're scoring off like a lizard. Nigga walk down my road. Why does nigga come down my road? Boy, come down my road. Boy, I charge your ass toll fee. I'm a real big priest, nigga. UPK play for keys, nigga. Commanding to get a damn order, but ain't nothing me to damn kill you. I stuck in his ass like a cat. All weapons, boys full of tech. Boy, like a close combat. They got popped off for a neck. If that nigga on wall, bitch, we ready. It ain't hard to find us. Hawk, I keep that stick locked, loaded, boy, he'll fade you line up. Young nigga name is Slayer. What you think, boy, you be done to try. South Coast shit, we bout it. UPK, shoot solid. Little bitch think I'm crazy, think I'm playing like bitch, I ain't the one. Walk fight every day, so who is you, bitch? I don't need your love. Killers right mind the way. What you think? I love this brotherhood. Hood. More than you, bitch.
Christ said 7 women gonna be on one nigga in the end time. Nigga, fuck wrong with you, boy. Stressed by that damn hoe ass bitch. Fake ass nigga too. Dumb ass motherfucker. Fuck you.
Yeah, those are messed up, no. Bad news is to beat your home, nigga. Yeah. Go on, get on that ass real quick one time. 144, baby.
They said you get on, you gon' represent. I said, of course. Soon as they crank that beat, I ride that bitch just like a horse. She about to go dumb, yeah, bitch, me whole guard. You ain't know they call me Obi-Wan. I go with the force. You gon' ride, yeah, of course. Get it lit up like a torch. You even low on this Lord, so that bitch is either or. Yeah, I know them niggas ain't cut like that. I swear I'm too hardcore. Wait up, let me make a call right quick. I'ma start another war. I was hurting when she left, but I don't care about anymore. I need a Vaseline like my Nina Puffer bar. Tokazaku, watch the dark. Matter of fact, like the dark. Any problem, let them come. We gon' snatch they soul like Shang Tsung. Put them out of service, keep them tools like this Harvey Free. Try to hold me, it's way too late. I'm headed straight to the safe. Throw that one up like a trophy. I'm that nigga, ain't no debate. Throw them boys, we taking over. Call them up like set the date. This shit a piece of cake. Yeah, my bitches came from Whole Foods. Told them put on that top 3. Then bring me my house shoes. Don't make excuses, make moves. These niggas are grateful, gotta show them UPK rules. I make hits like I can't lose. They said you get on, you gon' represent. I said of course. Soon as they crank that beat, I ride that bitch just like a horse. She about to go dumb, yeah, bitch, the whole guard. You ain't know they call me Obi-Wan. I come with the force. You gon' ride, yeah, of course. Get it lit up like a torch. You even low on this Lord, so that bitch is either or. Yeah, I know them niggas ain't cut like
Let me get one in the chat if y'all can hear me. All right. If y'all got any questions, you can go ahead and type them in. This class will be going till 8:30 tonight. Captain Zaryak has a debate going on. It's going to be between him and the pastor Michael Holloway, and this is going to be based on salvation. What is salvation? Who is it for? I know it's the age-old tale. You already know Christians always got to try to find a way to say it either. So that's what's going on. Right? Can they hear me?
Come on.
All right, so if there's no questions, let's go to a book y'all didn't even know existed in the Bible. Let's go to Philemon. They're all looking at me like it sounds like a Pokemon. Philemon is the brother's name. It is in the New Testament between Titus and Hebrews. I think if I went live on Clubhouse, I don't think I need the club deck. I think I could just, they don't need to hear me at home. I'm just teaching, right? All right, we'll do it like that. Let me know when y'all got it. Verse 1. Come on. Okay.
Philemon chapter 1, verse 1. Paul, a prisoner of the Yahushua Mashiach, and Timothy, our brother, unto Philemon, our dearly beloved, and fellow laborer.
All right, say that again.
Paul, a prisoner of the Yahushua Mashiach.
Now, why is Paul saying a prisoner of Yahushua Mashiach? Anybody know? Good.
When you mean he's a prisoner, means that he's bound to Yahushua's word.
That's one meaning, but there's another meaning. What does it mean when Paul says that he's a prisoner of Jesus Christ?
Like he was called to the word of God, his own way, his own way.
He was for sure called to do the work. Many are called, few are chosen. Give me another one. Good.
Could it mean that he's a servant?
He is a servant. This is true. Paul is for sure a servant of Yahushua Mashiach. What else? I thought this was blacks, Latinos, Native Indians. Good? You're good.
The company that is
It's not it.
You can't stop or leave or
You can't, when you're a prisoner, you can't stop. What else? What else could it be?
you gotta do what he's told.
Let me check YouTube. Brother said he don't know. See a couple other people, they gave me a one, they could hear. How about Paul's locked up? Y'all do know that, you know what I'm saying, prophets have gone to jail before, right?
They don't come.
You know what I'm saying? And that's like you know, it's like such a disgusting thing when I hear people try to like down the UPK and say like, oh man, that jailhouse religion. Like, we're not Muslim. You know what I'm saying? People get locked up, go to jail, and become Muslims for protection. Anybody finds the truth is because they genuinely want to serve the Lord. And they act like Jesus Christ ain't have a warrant. You know what I'm saying? Jesus Christ was a black man with a warrant, without a shadow of a doubt. You understand? Paul says he's a prisoner. You understand? Paul's sending out a kite right now. You get what I'm saying? That's what's going down. Paul, there was times where Paul got locked up for doing the work, and that's like why it's so disgusting too. You know what I'm saying? One, if you're a crooked police officer who arrests our people, you understand? And on top of that, you know what I'm saying? When you look down on our people from where they come from, you understand? Like if you turn around, like I thought the point of repentance was to take our brothers and sisters, whether they were, no matter what type of sinners that they were, to convert them to Christ. Is that not the objective?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, didn't Yahweh say that? You understand? Them that are whole have no need for a physician. So who are we looking for? We're looking for those that are broken, with mental illness, that have been discarded from society, treated as outcasts. You understand? In and out of foster care, group homes, so on and so forth. You know what I'm saying? Like when Yahweh went and in the parable of calling everybody to the banquet, right? Everybody, the rich and the aristocracy and all the beautiful people, they didn't come. Christ said, go and fill this with the lame. You understand? Go and fill this with the leper. Read on.
So will come, there's two. And to our beloved Aphia and Archippus, our fellow soldier, and to the church,
Our fellow what?
fellow soldier.
And that's another thing, man. You got to realize, like, there's a level of militancy that comes with this truth. You know what I'm saying? That's why we don't call ourselves, bishops and deacons and all this other thing, because when Moses established this order, Moses established it with military order. Bishop and deacon is just a servant and a master, but the problem is the church has made it. You can't eat up here. Come on, go back there. You understand? The church has made it so.
Right.
You understand? Alternative lifestyle. They've made it so. You understand? What is it? It's Pride Month, right? They've made it so proud. You understand? Like Bishop Eddie Long, who molested little children. You understand? Bishop T.D. Jakes, he looked like a Sidon. Well, you could see the spirit on him. The scripture says that their spirit bears witness to who they are. Right? You understand? To their sin. Read on.
And to the church in thy house.
Right?
Verse 3. Grace to you and peace from the Most High our Father and the Lord Yahweh Mashiach.
You understand? So now he's addressing them. You got to remember, these are correspondence letters. So Paul set up churches, or schools rather. You understand? The school that we're in right now, all throughout Asia Minor. And he would go down there, he would fish, he would find brothers. Once he found brothers, he would teach them. You understand? Then he would leave a man in charge in his absence. And then now, once in absence, when Paul was sending these letters, Paul was sending letters back to the brothers that were inside the school. So this is the letter about Philemon, okay?
So verse 4. I thank my power, making mention of thee always in my prayer.
You understand? Making mentions of thee always. You understand? Paul loved these brothers, you understand, in the school that he helped build. Okay?
Verse 5. Hearing of thy love and faith.
What is love? Okay?
No action when another is keeping the commandment.
That's it. Take hallmark out of it.
Right.
Everybody thinks love is an emotion, it's a feeling. You understand? Love is action. You understand? Love, love is not affection. Love is not kissing. Love is not correction. Love is suffering. Love is long suffering. Love is action. Love is what you do for someone else. You understand? What is faith? I'll be waiting for the Christian answer. But what do the Christians always say? Faith is the belief in something that is unseen. Good. That's it. Faith is your work. If you have no works, you have no faith. I see the brothers that's on the corner in the Isupk. I know that they have faith because they're putting work in. You understand? I know you have faith because you're the only one in class every Tuesday. I know Shaul has faith because he's working the computer right now. You understand? The hall, I can't count him yet. He got dragged there. But I'm joking. But you understand? Your faith is your works. Your faith is what you do. Faith without works is dead. So when you read these words, that's what has to translate in your mind. When you study the scriptures, you have to constantly combat Christianity. Christianity is trying to get you to love all people.
Right.
Serve Edomites.
Right.
You understand? And do absolutely nothing for God, but ask for everything in return. You understand? Like Christianity, Joe Muhammad says it best. The religion of Christianity is ignorance. That's the religion of Christianity. You understand? It's just not knowing. It's being vague and ambiguous. It's just saying things that sound and feel good, but you really have no understanding of it. So when we read, we're going to make sure we understand all of these words. Read on.
Which thou hast toward the the Lord Yahushua, and toward all saints.
You understand? So now, who's the saints? Good. Israelites. Done. You understand? Ain't no they trying to make Mother Teresa a saint. Mother Teresa ain't no saint. You understand? Pope John Paul II ain't no saint.
Right.
Saint Francis of Assisi and Saint Patrick, none of them are saints. You understand? Saints are Israelites who serve the Lord. Done. That's it. So when you read these words, you take the magic off. You shake the Christianity off. Yeah?
Verse 6. That the communication of thy faith may become effectual by acknowledging of every good thing which is in you in the Yahushua Mashiach.
You understand? The communication of thy faith may become effectual by the acknowledging of every good thing which is in you. What are the good things that are in us? Well, the law. Right. What's a part of the law? Another word for it? Brotherhood.
That's right.
Give them a hand.
That's right.
Brotherhood. Done deal. Simple, smooth. This is the brotherhood class. Well, read on.
Verse 7. For we have great joy and consolation in thy love, because the bowels of the saints are refreshed by thee, brother.
Meaning, now this is Paul bigging up somebody. You understand? Meaning we are refreshed by you. You understand? How are we being refreshed by your brother? Yeah?
Verse 8. Wherefore, thought I might be much bold in Mashiach to enjoying thee, that which is convenient. Verse 9. Yet for love's sake, I rather beseech thee.
Now Paul's getting to the grit of it. You understand? So Paul's bigging these brothers up, and now he's writing a very important letter. He's saying, I beseech thee. What does it mean to beseech somebody? Good? To beg. You understand? I beg you. Now, what could Paul have done? This brother's on fire every week. Every week, I wait for you to give me the wrong answer, and you give me the right answer, like you've been in this class before. This is crazy. Like you heard this lesson. Paul is a man of great authority. Paul could have just given them an order. You don't got to plead with you. You understand? He don't got to beg you. He just order you. He said, "Find out of one kind." But no, he's saying, I beseech you. I beg of you. Go ahead.
Being such as one as Paul, the aged, and thou also a prisoner of the Yahushua Mashiach.
Now, why is Paul a prisoner? Because Paul's flying a kite right now. Paul locked up. You understand? Good?
Verse 10. I beseech thee for my son, Onesimus, whom I have begotten in my bond.
Now, he's begotten in his bonds, meaning what? He raised this cat while he was locked up. You understand? Got a bad reputation. This brother is not liked. You understand? But Paul, through his labor, has helped him change his life to get his life right. And now, he wants this man accepted. Okay?
Verse 11. Which in time past was to be unprofitable.
So what does it mean when somebody's unprofitable? Useless. How could somebody be useless in here? Not answering questions. Well, if someone, this is true, meaning if someone is not answering questions, they're not studying. You understand? If you can't answer a question out, and nobody has to answer every question, everybody's at different phases. But if you don't answer or try to answer any questions, you're not studying. That's a form of being useless. What else is unprofitable for the work of the Lord? Not putting in any work. What else?
Not bringing in fruit.
Not bringing in what?
Fruit.
Not bringing in fruit. You understand? Maybe y'all want to, roller skate instead of showing up to council. To me, that's unprofitable.
Right.
It was a beautiful day. You know what I mean? We got better things to do than you understand than to show up and how great it is for brothers to dwell in unity. Right. What else is unprofitable? How about not showing up to camp? Right. Not showing up to class? How about showing up late? All of these things are unprofitable. Just think of somebody who does not have a good reputation in the truthful work. Shaul has an excellent reputation. Yes, I told you when Shaul was a trooper, you understand, his pen was black and militant. I almost wanted to confiscate his pen because it could break glass. You know what I'm saying? It was one of those pens like if you're drowning in your car, you want to bust out the window with it. You know what I'm saying? But I let him keep the pen because he looked like he was ready to take notes. You know what I'm saying? He's taking notes right now. He got a pen in his hand, ready to take notes. But here's the other thing. The pen was black. You know what I'm saying? The headpiece was black, the boots were black, the socks were black. I ain't gonna ask him. I bet his drawers were black. Everything was black. It was all black, everything for Shaul. Shaul has an excellent reputation. Shaul was profitable in the work of the Lord. Every time I turn on a camp tape, you make it to Philly, Delaware. I don't know what this brother is profitable in the work of the Lord.
Right.
You understand? When you see brothers, you see the reputation that they have. When it comes down to the work of the Lord, you want to be profitable. You want to flip your penny. You want to earn your increase. You don't want to be a lazy servant. Good?
But now profitable to thee and to me.
But he is now, he was once unprofitable. The cat was once useless. You understand? Dead weight. Now he's profitable unto us. He's profitable to his word. He's profitable unto me. Now this is Paul, a man of great authority. What does it mean if you're profitable unto him? He served him well. You understand? Remember, these cats were prisoners in Christ together. You understand? And that's what you gotta understand. Like, every zone, you're gonna have some brothers that are just soldiers. You're gonna have some brothers that are knuckleheads. You're gonna have some brothers that it's like this cat is return to sender. You know what I'm saying? And then you got cats that are going to change their life. And that's one thing. You don't want to come in here like, okay, you know what's more valuable than what's something that's more valuable than currency in the UPK?
Brotherhood?
This is true. More on topic to what I'm saying. Brotherhood is the macro. What is the micro of what we're talking about right now? Zeal. Zeal is excellent. You know what I'm saying? You want to have zeal. That's in the ballpark, but more so towards the latter part of what I was saying. To the shot.
Is it keeping your oath?
Keeping your oath. This is true. Y'all are all still there. How about your reputation? You don't want to come inside the truth and build a bad reputation. You don't want like we have a lot of mantras. You know what I'm saying? Like you read them around. One of them is no excuses. You are not allowed to make excuses in here. That's why it's all on the wall 3, 4, 5 times. You also have don't be sure, make sure written on the wall. Well, you know what else we have? Something that I hear, hold on. Something that I hear from, I see both of y'all with your hands. Give me 1 second. Something that I always hear from Captain Shop. You understand that we are predictable. You understand? Reliable and dependable. Those are UPK words. No cowards. That's another one.
But I think on YouTube, Rondo, he said work ethic.
Work ethic. You understand? Your work ethic is true, but there's nothing more important than your reputation. Your reputation will save your life. Right. You understand? Your reputation will show you mercy when you make a mistake. You understand? Your reputation is what will have brothers who have never met you before just open their house to you when you come into another state. You understand? And treat you like the law of the stranger said that they're supposed to. Right. You understand? Your reputation is valuable like gold inside of here. You do not want to destroy or build a bad reputation. And because this brother built a bad reputation, Paul now had to plead with these men to accept him. Read on.
We will come, verse 12. Whom I have sent again.
Now, what does it mean, I've sent again?
Sent him once and they sent again.
He kicked him out. You know what I'm saying? Like, he got sent before. Nah, this ain't it, Paul. I don't know about this cat. You know what I'm saying? This cat is like a boomerang. Like, they just try to get rid of him, and he comes right back. You know what I'm saying? And sometimes that happens. You know what I'm saying? Like sometimes one of the most powerful motivators is rejection. You understand? Because this is something that all of you need to know. The Lord don't need you. The Lord don't need me. The Lord don't need any of us. You understand? You're not special. I am not special. That's just how this thing goes. You understand? The only thing that makes us special is that we have an opportunity to serve the Lord in this.
Right.
That's special. What's special is the opportunity and the gift that we've been given. That's something that you don't take for granted. They said, you know what I'm saying, that I sent him again. Why? Because they got rid of this cat. They bounced him out the damn door. Before we were here, when we had steps, you could get thrown down the steps in one place. You know what I'm saying? This is the cat that got thrown down the steps. And you back for more? Good?
Don't come. Now therefore receive him, that is mine own bowels.
You understand? Meaning, what comes out of your bowels? Your seed comes out of your bowels. You understand? This came out of my bowels right here. This is my seed. You understand? Paul's saying receive him as if he's my son. You understand? Like, how do y'all treat Zahar? Y'all treat him like he's an extension of myself. Now, he's not going to give you no orders. You know what I'm saying? Y'all going to give him orders. But you treat him with love and respect because, you know what I'm saying, this is our brother.
Right.
You understand? It's the same thing if it was your seed. If it was your seed. You understand? Paul is saying, man, treat him like he came from my bowel. He's pleading with them. Good?
Verse 13. Whom I would have retained with me, that is in thy stead, he might have ministered unto me in the bond of the gospel.
He's going to minister, meaning what? You understand? This brother is serving me. This brother is serving with me. He's so valuable, I wish he could stay. But he can't. You understand? But now he needs a place to go. And in that place, I'm sending him to you because I believe he's profitable. Receive him well. Receive him as if he's my son. Good?
So we'll come to verse 14. But without thy mind would I do nothing, that their benefit should not be as it were of necessity.
You understand? Meaning, he's keeping the school in mind right now. He's trying to say that this cat is an asset, and I'm not only asking you for me. You understand? What I'm trying to let you know is that he's going to be profitable to the school. He's going to be able to add. He's going to put his brick in. Trust that. Good?
Willingly.
You understand? But here's the thing, though. Willingly accept this cat. Don't make it feel like a burden. You understand? Like he's saying, I want y'all to willingly, like accept this cat openly. Don't have me send this man here and then y'all are like, really? Like the annoying little brother, or you know what I'm saying, or like, the cat you want to clown, put in a herb circle. That's high school. That's not brotherhood. That's not what we do here. Right? You understand? Like, you bring him in, this is family. Treat him as such. Read on.
Verse 15. For perhaps he therefore departed for a season, that thou shouldest receive him forever.
So perhaps he left for a time, that this time when he comes back and it's permanent. And I've seen it. I've seen brothers, you understand, who slapped off for a minute, you understand, and they came back and they bounced back, you understand, stronger than ever. You know what I'm saying? Like you got to be able to long suffer with the men that are underneath. You understand? You got to be able to forgive brothers, you understand, in their ignorance, because you can't use this. This is one mistake that nobody ever wants to make inside the truth. You can't hold everybody to your own measure. You know what I'm saying? Just because you might have quit weed or cigarettes or whatever vice you have cold turkey overnight does not mean someone else is going. Right. You know what I'm saying? Maybe they need to smoke 10 cigarettes a day before they drop down to 5, 3, 2, before they could quit, because maybe that demon just had a stronger hold on them. But they might have the strength somewhere else. Everybody's going to have different strengths and weaknesses. You can't use yourself as the bar, because each one of us are different. And guess what? The men that's above you won't suffer with you. You understand? They dealt with each and every single one of us. Lord knows Cat Nazar has been dealt with them. You know what I'm saying? I know I done tried and tested and probably still test that brother's patience. You know what I'm saying? And that's why we do the same for the men, you understand, that we serve, or that serve under us. You know what I'm saying? Remember what we went over a couple of weeks ago, that the greatest among you shall be the greatest servant. This is a part of the service. A part of the service is you might have to deal with a brother who's hard-headed. You're going to have to forgive that brother. And you're going to have to be able to give him a chance to become profitable. You understand? Give him a chance to be raised and give him an opportunity to work. Okay?
Okay, verse 16. Not now as a servant.
You understand? Like, and when this cat come back, you know, don't treat him like the only thing good he's good for is carrying, you know, camp equipment. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, don't treat him as if he's just a servant. You understand? How should you treat him?
But above a servant.
You understand? Meaning, treat him like a friend. Treat him like your brother. Okay?
A brother beloved.
And what?
A brother beloved.
You understand? And not just, you know what I'm saying, a brother. Why don't you treat him like a brother that's loved, man? Treat him like a brother you want around. Okay?
Especially to me.
Okay?
But how much more unto thee, both in the flesh and in the Lord.
You understand? Treat him like you would treat me. Otherwise, what are we doing here? Okay?
Verse 17. If thou count me therefore a partner, receive him as myself.
Treat him like me. Receive him. How would you receive me? You understand? Paul's saying, if this brother comes, it's me. Treat him like me. Y'all love me. Love this brother like I love him.
Right.
Love him like you love me. Good?
Okay. Verse 18. If he have wronged me, or owed me off, put that on my account.
Meaning, you understand, Paul ain't saying charge it to the game. He's saying, if he wronged you, bill me. Charge me. It's like, you know, imagine, you know, you break a window or something like that. I'll pay for it. It's my debt now. Be angry with me. You understand? Don't even look at him like he did. I'll take the charge. I'll take the fault. I'll take the blame. Get it?
Verse 19. I, Paul, listen it with my own hand.
Now, what does Paul mean by I wrote this with my own hand? Anybody want to give it a shot? I'll give y'all a second. Paul says, I wrote this with my own hands.
Like he's emphasizing, this is my word.
This is his word. That's true. Let me check this chat. He is endorsing it. Now, remember earlier, Paul said, I beseech you, right? He says, I beg you. I said, what could Paul have done? And you said, Paul could have given an order. Paul said, I wrote this with mine own hand. You know what that means? Paul didn't have a scribe do it. Paul didn't have a subordinate do it. Do you think Commander General Yohanan needs to send a letter? You think General Muhammad needs to send a text message? You understand? You think Captain Zaryak needs to make a call? Hey, sure. Call Farayala for me. That's how rank works.
Right.
You understand? Paul's saying, this is so important to me. I wrote this. I penned this with my hands. I didn't have somebody else do this. I'm writing this letter because this is how much this means to me. Read on.
I will repay it. Albeit I do not say to thee how thou owest unto me.
Now, Paul's saying, his debt, I'll repay. But now, who does everybody Paul's writing to owe? They owe Paul. You think they didn't make mistakes? You think there's not things he could charge them with? You think he did? He didn't. He's now cutting the entire school. Okay?
Even thine own self besides.
You understand? Meaning, even you who I'm writing this letter to. He's saying what? Y'all think y'all will never in debt with me? You think you never wronged me? And I never charged any of you. What? Put his debt on my head. He's cutting everybody so that now they can turn around. This is almost like when your house shot turns around and said that he who's without sin cast the first stone. And then what happened? Everybody in their mind was convicted. And because they were convicted in their own mind, what they do? They all dropped stones. None of them were worthy enough. Well, none of them in that school were worthy enough, you understand, to turn around and want to, you understand, act like this brother couldn't come back. So Paul's letting them know, yo, treat him like me. Treat him like your brother. This means so much. I wrote this letter with my own hand. A scribe didn't pen this. I wrote this letter. I could order you. I'm asking. I'm asking you to receive this brother with love. I'm asking you to receive this brother, even though I'm sending him to you for work. Don't just treat him like a servant. Don't just dismiss him. Treat him like me. And if you still have a problem, talk to me. But just remember, I forgave all of you when you wronged me. Finish it?
But, hey, brother, let me have joy of thee as the Lord. Refresh my soul in the Lord.
You understand? So this is what everybody got to understand, right? Is that there's always going to come a time where we're going to have different personalities. Everybody who comes into the truth comes in from a different background, different walk of life. You got some cats that are going to come in here that have lived sheltered lives. You got some cats that's coming straight out the trenches. You got some brothers that's going to be, you understand, coming home from, you know what I mean, doing you know, a spell that's a decade long. You know what I'm saying? Whatever it is, you got to be willing to long suffer with these brothers and realize that some men are going to make mistakes. And as a result, they can still become profitable to the work of the Lord, without a shadow of a doubt. You know what I'm saying? And this isn't the only thing that we got to focus on. You know, there's a handful of other things. We got to focus on how you treat people. You know what I'm saying? And Paul's teaching them a lesson on how it is that you're supposed to treat people. He's teaching you a lesson on, like, listen, I know this cat messed up, but did you not mess up? I know y'all kicked him out of school before. Receive him. Give me 1 Timothy 3:7. 1 Timothy 3:7. I got a couple of other scriptures. We got maybe 45 minutes left. I will take questions that are off topic as well. If we do have any on YouTube, you can let me know. And we got those to type them in on I'll just call the chat house, on Clubhouse. Let me know when you got it, nice and loud.
Hold on, cut. 1 Timothy chapter 3, verse 7. Moreover, he must have a good report of them which are without.
So you must have a good report of them which are without. First of all, without what? Good?
Without what?
No.
Outside the school.
Without the truth. But outside the school is also an acceptable answer. You understand? But you got to have a good reputation, even, you understand, in view of people who are not in the truth. That don't mean you put on an act, but what it means is, can I just treat anyone any type of way? Can I steal from somebody who's not in the UPK? No. Why not? Because the laws of God apply to everybody. So therefore, you have to treat everybody, you understand, properly. That's why, like, when Christ turned around and said, "Be ye therefore perfect as your Father in heaven is perfect," he turned around, he literally said, you know, that's why I don't give it, even though I cannot stand fringes on the bottom of a t-shirt. You understand? I see a brother with fringes on his t-shirt out in public, I say, "Hey, shalom, Maki, how about Shimmy out shop?" I don't treat him indifferent. I don't treat him small. You understand? Because what has he done to me in that moment for me to not be brotherly? You know what I'm saying? Well, he don't know no better. He believes in his mind that that's right. He's taught wrong, but you're gonna hold that against him. You're gonna not show him no love. How is the love of the Father in you? Ain't that what the scriptures say? Like if we're only good to each other, like this is why we have food drives. We don't just feed people inside here. You understand? We feed all our brothers and sisters that come up to the table. This is why we have clothing drives. Right. You know what I'm saying? Because our job isn't just for people that's inside the UPK. So even the people you understand that you don't even perceive to be in the truth, you have to treat them with a certain standard and level of respect, courtesy, you understand, so on and so forth. Now, I wouldn't just let anybody just come stay in my house. You understand? Like to come stay at my house, you got to be an officer enough. And if you're a trooper, somebody has to stand for you. You understand? So that this way I can charge you like Paul said, charge me. And the same way with me, somebody needs to be held accountable for your actions. You understand? That's why young men don't come out with us. Right. It's also why troopers also don't just, you understand, hang out all the time, because you guys are still learning. You guys are still shedding yourself of the world. You get what I'm saying? You understand? Like you're still learning what it means to have a good reputation in the sight of other people. It's why troopers don't speak. You understand? Because you're not seasoned yet. There's something extremely, you understand, my new favorite word is to be formidable. You understand? You can't be formidable if you don't know how to use your words. You can't be formidable if you don't know how to articulate your argument properly. You can't be formidable or a force to be reckoned with. You understand? If you don't know how to just communicate with your average person. So as a result, you know what you need to learn? You need to learn discipline over yourself, which is why troopers don't speak. That's why I always tell people, I shut my mouth and I got it all right. Wow, I was a trooper. It sounds ridiculous, like trooper Kaltazar sounds crazy to me. I was a trooper. Everybody goes through the same rite of passage, all of them. And as a result, you become seasoned. So that this way, people could turn around and they could be like, I disagree with your doctrine, but I could never say you wronged me. Like we might have, you know what I'm saying, you might have brothers say, you might have said some strong words before in a battle, but I could never feel like you dissed me or you came at me sideways just randomly for no reason, or if we were together and something popped off, you wouldn't have my back. You understand? Like you want to be able to be a brother with everybody. Now, like I said, there's certain limitations we prefer each other, which is why I said ain't nobody just going to stay in my crib. You understand? Like, it's where my woman sleeps, where my child sleeps. You know what I'm saying? I'm joking. You know what I'm saying? But my point being is that when you take all of this into account, you cannot negate like the same thing that the scripture says. Does not Republicans do this? Yo, Bloods and Crips lock up with each other. You know what I'm saying? They take care of each other. We have a burden of taking care of everyone. And otherwise, like if you come inside here and people are slandering, people are being jealous, people are being, you understand, just blatantly belligerent all the time and disrespectful, you know what I'm saying? What's the point of you being here? Shit, I could have did this at the crib. You know what I'm saying? I could have did this on the block. I could have stayed in the church for this. Could have stayed in the mosque for this. This place has to be different than everywhere else. Familiarity breeds contempt. And that's why it's so important. I'm going to paraphrase again, like when Yahweh said, offenses must come, but woe unto they who caused them. Let me tell you something, man. There's nothing more painful than, you understand, being hurt by somebody who believes in the truth. So that means every single one of us have a responsibility to not be a stumbling block for the next man. It's why the scripture says a bishop must be blameless. You can't be put inside of a position of authority and then not be, and make mistakes like that. And it's why getting rank in here is so difficult. Because you, once you're in that position, now have men who aspire up to you. And if you are failing, you're going to wound those men. You're going to wound those brothers. You understand? You're going to wound anybody who came to follow you, to listen to you, who perceived you as a man of God. Which is why, once again, your reputation is so important. And that's what we were talking about. That brother in the book Philemon built a bad reputation to the point where Paul, who is the bishop, you understand, who is the general, in the translate, you understand, who is the number one in charge, the master over that school, has to now beg them to accept him. Which is how much that he loved that brother. But that brother's reputation was so off. You want to create a solid reputation. You know, we've been going off on IUIC for weeks now. Yeah, listen, they opened Pandora's box. Right. You understand? Now we at your neck. It is what it is. We all ready for war. What's up? But they have the reputation of being murderers because when you are in Israel, whether anybody likes it or not, black people are a monolith. It's why when one black man commits a crime in a city, every black man is a suspect until they find him. That's just the name of the game. You understand? Like even you can look in sports history. I just found this out. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, Jack Johnson, when he was winning those championships, they wouldn't let a black boxer fight a white boxer. When he did, it was like a pushback against white supremacy. And when he won again, race riots started. And race riots is translation for Edomite violence against black. Meaning white people start attacking black people because they're upset over this. To the point where the footage of that film was outlawed and banned. It was illegal. You understand? Because it would incite such a riot because Edomites could not stand to see a black man victorious over a white man. You understand? Like, what one man does can affect your brothers and sisters. So one man commits a murder inside of IUIC, they're all murdered. Right. Now, what does that tell you about you and your brothers inside of here? What you do affects every single one of us. You understand? Like y'all go do something. You know what's gonna happen? Captain Zayak gonna have to answer for it. You understand? Like Captain Zayak is, you understand, like the voice and face of Commander Jenny is the voice and face of the IFPPK. But Commander Jenny has sanctioned Captain Zayak to be a liaison. So as a result, he's putting the spotlight often. Now, this brother whose reputation is solid, you're going to go try to put a stain on him. You must not love you, brother. You must not love us because they associate all of us with him. All of us together. That's something that we all have to realize. Your reputation is precious. Your reputation can save your life. Your reputation is worth more than silver and gold. And you better make sure that you genuinely understand how. We don't?
Oh God. Lest he fall into reproach in the snare of the devil.
Good.
Verse 8. Likewise must the deacons be brave, not double-tongued, not given to much wine, not greedy of filthy lecture.
You understand? So now when you start to see all this is criteria that need to be met. You can't be double-tongued. Like, and they always try to trip us up. They're like, why do you think Sonetta asked Captain Zog the same question, you know what I'm saying, from 7 years ago? They're trying to see if he's double-tongued. You understand? You know how many times I've had people ask me a question like it's like Cap will come in a room on Clubhouse, right? He'll leave. I'll come in. They'll ask me the same question, and then they turn around and say, "Damn," and I'm like, "Damn what?" Captain Zayak said the same thing. We tried to trip you up. You thought we weren't going to be of one mind? You think we double tongue? Think we talk out of both sides of our mouth? That ain't the truth. That ain't how this thing works. You understand? There's a certain level and criteria that you have to have. And we have to realize that bond that we share. You know, let me show you the bond that the disciples share. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I joke with Captain Zaryak all the time about him having my books, but we came together to build this library. We all donated. You know what I'm saying? We leave books around. You know what I'm saying? Like, I purposely leave this book in the back in case somebody wants like a lesson from it, whatever the case may be. You know what I'm saying? All of y'all should know that. You know what I'm saying? But for the ones that do, yes, this book right here, it's in the back. This is one of my most prized possessions in the world. It's like my notebook. And this is the copy of the notebook because I lost the original. You know what I'm saying? So I need to copy this one over too. You know what I'm saying? But, you know what I mean? Because we have all things in common. You know what I'm saying? Like, Captain Zakar's vehicle goes down. I say, you need mine, just take it. Let me know when you're done. You know what I'm saying? Because brotherhood is a weapon. I don't treat it like it's my car. You know what I'm saying? And that's why the camp equipment goes inside of it. You know what I'm saying? Before we had a camp van, listen, way back, Captain Zug used to have a PT Cruiser. You know what I'm saying? We used to have the damn post for the banner sticking all the way in the front. You know what I'm saying? All the way to the back, damn near bending. You know what I'm saying? Like playing Jenga with everything. You know what I'm saying? Because that vehicle was our vehicle. You understand? Like, we sit there and talk, you know what I'm saying? Let's use my car for this road trip. You put enough miles on yours. You know what I'm saying? We utilize each other's resources. Give me Acts, the 4th chapter, and let's go to the 31st verse. Okay. Acts 4:31.
Acts 4, verse 31.
Okay.
And when they had prayed, the place was shaken where they were assembled together.
Now, here's what's funny, right? I'm going to tell y'all a funny story, right? Like, once upon a time from back in the day, right? When I was a young man, I remember seeing the brothers pray. You know what I'm saying? And I was so confused. You know, like now, mind you, I come from a Catholic background. Now, I'm not going to sit here and act like I was a devout, you know what I'm saying, Catholic and nothing like that. And like, you know, but that was my understanding of the scriptures for a time. You know what I'm saying? But it pushes you away. You know, but you ever heard how Catholics pray? Very monotone, low, subtle. The most boring church on the planet. You know what I'm saying? Like you came in here and it was, oh, Father! And everybody in unison, oh, Father! And I remember sitting home, watching these brothers, you know what I'm saying, on the screen praying. And I was like, why would you do that? Saying, like, I didn't understand it at all. Like, you know what I'm saying, prayers was, you know, prayers was fine. I went to a born again Christian church. You know what I'm saying? And they held hands and prayed. You know what I'm saying? They came over, laid hands. It was like you know what I'm saying? Repeat it over and over and over. You know what I'm saying? Like, that was the prayer that you know what I'm saying? These brothers prayed with boldness. Okay?
The place was shaken when they were assembled together.
The place was shaken. You come to that Passover, you hear all the prayers, the curses going up. You don't hear a place. Wrong with it. Yeah?
And they were filled with the Holy Spirit.
You're filled with the Holy. That's the Holy Spirit. You understand that boldness. You understand that bravery. You understand to serve and represent the Lord in such a fashion. Right?
And they spake the word of the Most High with boldness.
With boldness. Right?
Verse 22. And a multitude of them that believed were of one heart.
And what?
One heart.
Yes, what's your heart? Right? Like, your heart is your mind. Like, we're all one mind. We all believe the same thing. You know what I'm saying? Listen, I don't give a damn what anybody says or anybody feels. You know what I'm saying? Like, it'll do what I know. You know what I'm saying? Community's in the honor to come out small to the sky's first. I will argue with every single one of you if you do not know what to do. That's it. Done deal. He said the sky is green, the sky is green. Y'all don't know what blue is. Yes, the ocean is green too. The mixture is E2. Yes. All of the above. Yeah? Prove it, I got you. Now we move back. And by the end of it, you will either leave or you will say, yes, the sky is green. Yes. That's it. Simple. You got one mind. Okay?
Well, God, and of one soul.
And of one soul. You know what I'm saying? We all believe, we all move, we all have the same spirit. It's like you. I could spot a brother in the UPK a mile away. Like now I've been now travel to maybe like maybe he's in the distance or see him across at the gas station. Like that, like it is one of us, bro. You understand? We glow in the dark to each other. Okay?
Jesus said any of us that all of the things which he possessed was his own.
You understand? Meaning these brothers and sisters didn't treat each other's possessions like they were just their own. You understand? They treated it like, no, this is ours. Right. We utilize this together. That's how we're gonna survive. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like we're gonna survive in this where, you know what I'm saying? Like even during COVID, when everybody was going around and checking, you got enough water, you got this. I'll bring some food from my house. This ain't just my rice. You understand? This is our rice. And that's, don't ever let Satan come on you and think that calling your brother or asking for help or whatever the case may be. We're supposed to ask, but we're supposed to bear each other first. Well, that's the least that we can do for each other. You know what I'm saying? So it's like we all have to be able to comfort each other.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And that's how we get through this hell unscathed. You know?
But they had all things covered.
They had what?
All things covered.
We have all things in common. Let me tell you something. Like, and you know who's a little like? It's a little hard to fix this. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna throw her under the bus. You know what I'm saying? But one of my ribs is mad as hell. She got me a garment and I gave it to a brother without it. Still mad. You know what I'm saying? She got me the garment and I seen this brother and complimented me on the garment. And I said, no, it would look better on you. And you know what I'm saying? I took the garment off. And then she sees the brother wearing it. Bang. You know what I'm saying? But you know what's gonna happen a year down the line? That brother gonna pass that garment on to something else.
Right.
Yo, Captain Zayat got a chain that's on a world tour. I think it's in the UK right now. I seen it in Chicago. I seen it here. Let me tell you something. Like Captain Zayat, one time, you know what I'm saying? He got a new ring and he took his other ring off and just, it was real silver. She was real drunk. I met this brother, and the brother saw me, and he's like, I found out what your name was, and I was wearing this chain, and I said, it's got to be yours. It was an arrowhead. The brother took the chain off. Never met him before, never seen him before, never spoke to him before. Took the chain off and put it right over my neck. I took the ring off and put it on that brother's finger. You know what I'm saying? And now you fly. You know what I'm saying? His finger shining at the Passover and whatnot. And I got me a gold tribal chain. I don't even wear it all the time. I don't want to break it. I'm rough with jewelry. So if it's not like metal, I'll snap it. Even metal chains, I'll snap it. You know what I'm saying? It's joint thick enough that it hasn't broken yet. You know what I'm saying? Like that. But I'm rough with everything. Rough with sneakers. I'm just rough with stuff. You know what I'm saying? And that's this place. Like this place is, you don't have a garment, and then before you're not fit for nothing. Before you know what size are you, brother give you food. Brother give you this. Brother give you the water. Brother give you the war bag. You fly to me at camp. I'm like, where did we get all this? Because we have all things in common. That's how we do it. That's Read on.
For God, verse 33, and with great power is the apostles' witness of the resurrection of the Lord Yahushua.
You understand? So now you gotta understand, like, all of us here are only here because Christ resurrected. All of us here are like I know two brothers in the school before the truth. You know what I'm saying? I don't know any of y'all outside of that. So we can't forget why we're here. We can't forget the purpose. You know what I'm saying? This wasn't of our own accord. You know what I'm saying? Like brother, like I wanna, like if it was in my will, I would be high somewhere with some whore. You know what I'm saying? Real talk. Who knows? Somewhere. There definitely would be a beach involved. I like living by the water. You know what I'm saying? Palm trees, all that. Instead of being in New York where the sky was orange a week ago. Right. Still smell like barbecue some nights. You know what I'm saying? Traffic, all this. Everything going up, tolls. They said they was going, you know what I'm saying, stop the tolls on the Verrazano after they paid for it. They paid for that bridge 37 times over. And the bridge is up to $19. You know what I'm saying? It's like 8 something going that way, 8 something going this way. They charge you both ways. Right. Because it used to be you only got charged one way. They started realizing people were cutting through Jersey and whatnot so that they didn't have to pay. Now they getting you both ways. They ain't missing out on $1. That's the oppression. But my point being is us coming together is how we combat that oppression. Right. You know what I'm saying? Us coming together, you know what I'm saying, is how we throw these cookouts. It's how we feed the people. You know what I'm saying? It's how them brothers did the mission to Acuna. It's how the brothers did that mission to El Paso. Right. You know what I'm saying? Which a lot of people don't know because of what happened with IUIC. You know what I'm saying? That it got overshadowed. Y'all sent 30 men to battle 4. We sent 30 men to go feed hundreds. You understand? You want to talk about the use of manpower. You know what I'm saying? That's what we're supposed to do. Them brothers came together. And here's the other thing. The brother had a family member that passed. That family, after they helped them, donated everything to the school. And they brought all that down in another Penske truck and donated all that to all them brothers and sisters that was out there. This is the regular basis. The status quo. This is what has to be done. And it only happens when we come together. It only happens when we're of one mind, when we're on one accord. We can't be like, you understand, these other denominations. I told you, man, I laughed all the time when I was on that stage. And it was 2 Israelite brothers that were supposed to be together. And one brother said something and the other one cried out and said, "Why would you say that?" Yo, could you ever picture me and Captain Zod doing that on Cross the Line? Ever? Jesus. You understand? I think there was one time me and him were joking where, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, I'm Styles. He's like, no, I'm Styles. He's like, I'm Styles. I'm like, fine. You know what I'm saying? I'm Jaden now. That's what he said. We agree on everything. That's it. Because that's my brother. And we're all brothers. And we ought to be on one accord. We ought to hold each other down. We ought to be able to make sure that we come together. You know what I'm saying? So don't ever think, you know what I'm saying, that anybody's a burden or whatever the case may be, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, don't let Satan get in your mind and prevent brothers. You know what I'm saying? Because a brother's only going to tell you so many times, and that's something else too. Yo, call counsel. I'm gonna give y'all some free game right now. I'm gonna give y'all 2 pieces of free game. Y'all ready? Here's 1 piece of free game. No one in here is gonna give you free game. It's not happening. You want certain things, you're gonna have to open your mouth. Squeaky wheel gets the oil. Y'all will suffer in silence. That's just it. because you know what to do. Is your pride getting in the way that you can't call your brother? You're gonna let your pride come before the fall. Yeah. You got to open your mouth, and when you do, you know what's gonna happen? Your brother's gonna help you because you asked for it. Because you know why your brother won't help you if you don't open your mouth? Because you're not admitting you have a problem. You must be comfortable with the problem. You must accept the problem. You must not want help with the problem when you need the help. So because you need the help, you should open your mouth and speak. Call for counsel. Otherwise, you know what's going to happen? When you go and get evicted, then you're going to go. Now, and you know what the brother's going to say? Why you ain't called me 2-3 months ago? We could have all pitched in. You wouldn't be getting evicted right now. Now there's a greater burden. And you know what? We'll bear it because we love you. Why didn't you love us enough to call? Why didn't you love us enough to pick? You know what I'm saying? Now we picking up the pieces, the shattered pieces. Now we sit, everybody cutting their fingers up trying to glue this thing back together. When we could have been whole already. All we had to do was lift it together. Cool. That's how this thing works. That's how this thing moves. You understand?
Oh, God.
That's why y'all gonna see. Y'all gonna ask General Miami for counsel one day. He's gonna say, "Are you asking me something specifically?" If he hasn't already. And then y'all gonna sit there and say, "Huh? So I have to admit this." Yeah, the hell you have to admit it. You know what I'm saying? It's like y'all want to be crackheads and not say it. You know what I'm saying? Like you know, the first step for someone to go to rehab is to admit they have a problem. And that's why, like in the beginning of this lesson, I started off with saying, the whole have no need of a physician. If you won't admit you're sick, why would you go to the doctor? And if you don't tell the doctor, where it hurts, what your symptoms are, how could they heal it? You're going to suffer in silence. Right? Communicate. Speak to your brother. It will save your life. The Lord's counsel will save your life. You understand? You can't turn around and say you're about brotherhood and you won't use brotherhood. Right. You understand? All right. Any questions on YouTube? No. Check the chat. Trilla, you asking questions you already got the answer to? He says is on Phineas Philmon's slave. This cat just want to start trouble. Man, be contentious on the line, Trilla. Don't be contentious in my classes. Shalom, Benah. What's going on? Any questions on YouTube? No. Let's get let's go to Ecclesiasticus in the Apocrypha 6 and 13. Read it for me nice and loud. When you got it,
Ecclesiasticus, chapter 6, verse 13. Separate thyself from thine enemies, okay, and take heed of thy friends.
Take heed of your friends, but separate yourself from your enemies. That's what you're supposed to do. You understand? And our enemies is anybody that is against our King Yahweh Shai, anybody that's against putting this brotherhood together, anybody that wants to attempt to divide the body of Christ, anybody who wants to keep the people of God. These are our enemies. We surround ourselves with friends.
Go on, verse 14. A faithful friend is a strong defense.
Is a what?
is a strong defense.
And all those examples that I gave earlier is how a friend is a strong defense. Because you understand, friendship ain't just giving advice. You understand? Don't think of friendship in the way that the Christian church does. You go to the Christian church for help, they say pray on. You understand? You come to Commander Jenny Yohana for help, he is sending someone to you.
Right.
You understand? You go and you ask any single brother in here that was down and out who helped. A good friend by the name of Commander Jenny Yohana. That's the same as the captain that he raised up over these schools.
Right.
That's the same as different, you understand, officers on down that he raised up inside the school. Right?
He that has found such and he that has found such and one has found a treasure.
One has found a what?
Treasure.
And that's why you understand when you hear the brothers describe, you understand each other inside here, it sounds like a treasure.
Right.
It sounds like gems and jewels. You understand? Something precious, something rare, something of value, something of worth. You understand? Because these things, it combats the evils of this world. It combats oppression. It combats suffering. You know what I'm saying? And once again, this is something that the sisters just can't get. They're like, you know what I'm saying? Like they be envious of like what we have because they don't know how to have it with another sister. We'll learn it. You understand? How to be selfless, how to care about somebody besides yourself. Okay?
Verse 15. Nothing does come to them a faithful friend, and his excellency,
Excellency. Is it? I think it's supposed to be excellency. Good.
Is inviolable.
You understand? Meaning, it's just outstanding qualities inside this friendship. You understand? It's invaluable, bro. You can't put a price on it. You know what I mean? That's why we talk about this place so much. That's why we boast in the Lord in it. You know what I'm saying? Because all of these things you can't find outside of these worlds. You know what you find outside the truth? You know what you find outside the UPK? Convenient friendships. Mm-hmm. You know, like when you're a kid, y'all are friends because you're forced to be in the same classroom 8 hours a day.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like you know, when you're in the neighborhood, you guys live in the same apartment building, and your mama said you can't leave the block. You know, now you get older, you hop off the stoop, and you're hanging out with everybody in a 3-block radius.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It's convenience. You know what I'm saying? Your friends are the people at work who have the same hobbies, destructive hobbies as you.
Right.
Like smoking weed. You know what I'm saying? If you didn't smoke weed, you think you and such at the job would hang out together? No. I guarantee you, every time you guys live, you smoke. Right. Somebody bring the weed. Right. Somebody roll up. So, you know what I'm saying? Why? Because you two have the same negative thought. Right. You have the same negative trait. It's not a real friendship. It's convenient. It's lustful. It's all it is. Read on.
Okay. Verse 16. A faithful friend is the medicine of life.
A what?
The medicine of life.
A faithful friend is the medicine of life. Somebody that you could rely on. Somebody you know that if you call, they are going to have your back. Right. You understand? Like I'm blessed to be able to have as many friends like that. You know what I'm saying? Like I get off the plane in California, somebody's picking me up. I have a place to stay. You know? California gets off the plane in New York, somebody's picking them up. They have a place to stay. You know what I'm saying? My door is always open. I be telling people that all the time. Nobody want to come to Staten Island though. It's 3 hours away. I'm trying to let people know y'all can come over. Y'all can move in. We'll get bunk bed. I'm just doing what we do. You know what I'm saying? Like, then they be like, it's too far. I'm like, it's my opportunity to help. Because I got the wrong place geographically. But that's this place. You know what I'm saying? Except Passover. You know what I'm saying? Passover, I'll have a whole family in the middle. Right. You know what I'm saying? 2 families, 3 families. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to my brother, you know what I'm saying? Malakwa, who came in, man. Brother canceled to go into the Apollo. We went on a tour just to eat pizza all over New York. Yeah, I took them to like 3 different pizzerias, 3 or 4 different style pizzas. We went in there, you know what I'm saying? It was delicious. It was a good time.
God. In the day that fear the Most High shall find them.
And they that fear the Most High should find them. Y'all better look inside your circle, man. Everybody over there can't stand you. Y'all can't stand each other. Nobody would come and pick you up at 3 a.m. You know what I'm saying? Well, maybe y'all don't fear the Lord. That's why you ain't found it. That's why I laugh at the Christian church, because it's like, what's the number of people that's supposed to be sealed before you understand your house child? 144,000? How many people are Christians? Billions?
Right.
You ain't found 144,000 yet? There are millions and billions of Christians since what, 300 AD? In 2,000 years, y'all ain't found 144,000 yet. I'm wrong.
Right.
Maybe it's your doctrine. Maybe it's your work. Maybe that counterproductive. Maybe your works are unprofitable. Maybe you don't really serve the Lord like you think.
Right.
That maybe Christ would have came back already. You know what I'm saying? I mean, we don't even go since 69. We do it pretty damn good. Right? You know what I'm saying? But rocket to y'all, why y'all?
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? Because I see families coming in. I see couples stay married. You understand? I see children coming up inside here strong.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It's funny. I shared that picture of the hall boxing. I see 5 other kids in the boxing ring. Yeah, I shared it all over. I'm not. Oh, for real. If you dead in the air and dead in the face. No, I'm not. Beautiful shot. That shot deserves a Pulitzer. That's all right. Sit down. I'll show you later. You understand? So, Captain Zarya, you know what I'm saying, is going to do a little bit of a shameless plug right now. So, you know what I'm saying, Ted? Okay, I'll take the question, then I'll do the shameless plug.
Christ, if I may, I want to discuss and give a general breakdown of Matthew chapter 5, verse 22.
Let's get it.
Matthew 5 and 22.
Good.
But I say unto you, that whosoever is angry with his brother without a cause,
Without what?
without a cause,
Without what?
without a cause,
Good.
shall be in danger of the judgment.
Okay, what is the judgment? Read verse 21.
You have heard that it was said by them of old time, thou shalt not kill.
Thou shalt not kill is really thou shalt not murder. You understand? Murder is an unlawful killing. Okay?
And whosoever shall kill shall be in danger of the judgment.
And whoever shall murder shall be in danger of the judgment. What was the judgment for a murderer? That you will put to death. Okay?
But I say unto you, that whosoever is angry with his brother without a cause,
But if someone is angry at their brother without a cause, you understand? This is extremely important. You understand? What's up, man? Hey, Zahar said he gonna beat you in chess. You heard me? I'm just letting you know. I ain't want him to talk behind your back. Him. Yeah. So you're in danger. Okay. Being angry with your brother without cause means what? For no reason. Read on.
shall be in danger of the judgment.
What judgment? Death. To hate your brother without cause, Christ looks at it as the equivalent to being guilty of murder. You understand? Because where does murder start? Right in your mind.
Right.
It starts with hating somebody so much that you would end their life. So now imagine if you just hate somebody with no cause, you're going down the path to be able to kill them. You understand? Like, what did Pop Smoke die for? Nothing. You understand? Brother was angry with his brother without cause. For what? Because he had a chain that was worth 50,000, 80,000, 100,000. You had to go murder him. Like, what are we doing here? What are we talking about? You know what I'm saying? Christ is trying to let you know how to combat black on black crime. Right. You understand? You cannot hate your brother for no reason. Is there more on that verse? Finish it.
And whosoever shall say to his brother, Rakah,
meaning Rakah is like you fool. You understand? Disrespect. Yeah?
Shall be in danger of the council.
Shall be in danger of the council, meaning they're in danger of judgment now. Meaning what? If you call someone a fool for no reason, if you're just disrespecting somebody without cause, all of this is hating your brother without cause. You understand? Now, if it's for a cause, call him a fool. You understand? Let him know he's an idiot. You might save his life. But if you're doing it for no reason, just out of some, petty jealousy or something, you're literally, you understand, trying to end your life. All right. So with that shameless plug, make sure that y'all tap in with Cross the Line Radio. Captain Zaryak is going to be going live very shortly. He's going to be debating Mike Holloway, you understand, on salvation. You had your hand up in the back? Young man. What? Yeah, but that's for a cause. That's like, you know what I'm saying, when you do something goofy. But you're incredibly intelligent. You're a product. Okay, finish it.
But whosoever shall say thou fool shall be in danger of hellfire.
You understand? Which is the judgment. All right? And with that, pass the class over to Priest Officer. What's up? Yes, right.
Clap it up for the class. ISUPK security announcement. We are the ISUPK starting out of 1 West 125th Street, Harlem, New York. Room for new brother and sister. When a new brother or sister comes into the school, they are off limits for 6 months. They are to be saluted only. They are here to shed themselves of the world. If they need transportation, the teacher will arrange it. After 6 months, if a brother or sister has an interest in a particular person, he or she must get permission from the head to speak to a brother or sister. There is another 6 months in which the brother and sister will call each other. After this 6 month period, the brother and sister will get permission from the head to marry. 5, which is a command. Numbers chapter 18, verse 21, and Malachi chapter 3, verses 8 to 10. Means step in the Hebrew by Arshala. 10% of every penny of any increase the Most High gives you. Give to Treasury Department or teacher. Priest fund funeral offering for priest mandatory. Whatsoever amount you would like. Upcoming holy convocations, which will be the blowing of trumpets, okay, or any ISUPK feast or my holy days. Be sure to look on the back of the bulletin board or go to isupk.com for further information. If everyone wants to get you from the school to start wearing a black boot, shirt, pants, headband, and stuff, and with that, let us Israel, Amadim, which means understanding. Let us Israel, we're going to get 1 person to see. Let us Israel, Amadim Shabbat. Amadim, the rock. The Hamabah Shabbat, Shabbat, Let's accomplish these downcast is missed.